Hello, this is RJ from Beyond Fuckboy, coming to you a couple weeks later than usual. I ran into some little issues with the man copyrighting my stuff. Apparently, Warner Brothers don't want any clips from Lovecraft Country getting out there. Multi-millions. Multinational companies, they never learn. So anyway, since the man is holding me down, I decided to switch it up and get into some music. And specifically, what I want to get into is the XXL magazine Freshman of the Year, or actually the Freshman Cypher. I'm not going to talk about the freestyles because they were a little underwhelming.
Poured in too little, y'all hit a lick, just come that jitter. That such drip up my. I'm stuffing all these bags in my pants, man.
Either way it goes, a lot of people have criticized the XXL Mag's freshman list and even like wonder what is the use of it even more in our culture. And I have this to say to anyone who questions why this matters in this day and age. We do not want, with hip-hop, to have the well-worn cultural gains that the genre has gotten over the last 10 years to be, like, discarded, basically. A lot of things that the XXL magazine freshman list do. One of the major things that it does is it provides a state of the culture for that particular year. It tells you what new subgenres are emerging, which trends are emerging on the streets. For example, like when you see someone like 25K Golden on the list, that even as a side admission, that is really pointing to how much cultural relevancy the emo rap movement has and how it cannot be ignored. That dude was voted in by the fans. So essentially, that shows you where the fans' minds are at this moment and who has the most passionate fans. You're always going to be able to sell teenage eggs. And that has to be located somewhere. Unfortunately, now, rap has a subgenre that applies totally to those kids. You could call it hot topic rap if you want to, but those kids are getting serviced. Sorry, it's not the worst thing to happen in the hip-hop world. I mean, it also talks about the fact that you see like so many drill rappers on here. It talks about how important that subgenre has come to rap and how much it's grown since Chief Keef basically introduced that to most people outside of Chicago. And you also have stuff like, Chica, which is like NPR rap, like rap for fans who want positive rap. And like how that kind of stuff, it has its own own current and how that's always going to be pushed. So I believe the list is pretty reflective of hip hop at this particular moment. Now you can quibble about the quality of the rappers, you can quibble about the quality of the ciphers, but to say that the XXL Mag freshman list, the freestyles, and the ciphers don't matter it's all out of hand. Now, that being said, I definitely want to look into the first set of ciphers. I want to start with the ones that I don't like the most. The ones that came off kind of the ones available right now, because everyone hasn't gone yet as of shooting. So the first one I want to look into is definitely the one with Polo G, who came off magnificent. Jack Harlow, who was good. He didn't blow me away. And Lil Keed, who just he's like a studio creation at this point. It's no other way to put it. But before I bring those up, of course, I want you to like, subscribe, comment as always. Help me help you. Or, you know, nah, really. Just help me. Subscribe. Like.
Yeah.
I thought that Jetson made was a good choice as far as like representing also like the beat makers of the current time. I mean, working on that would have been better.
I hit them both ways. Ain't y'all friends? She know how to cook and take off pants. Flow relax, but I ain't no exam.
I like that line about cooking and taking off pants.
If you got an issue, then say something. Used to do shows, I ain't make nothing. Now I got bread, but I ain't content. Y'all so street, now I ain't convinced. That's just something that you came up with. I just want someone to lay up with. I call her baby, but she know I can't marry.
The thing about Jack Harlow is he can get complex, but he seems to be focusing on like a primitive flow, which noted in the history of white rappers, that completely goes against the grain. Oh God, this beginning is just a bunch of scatting. Who the fuck he think he is? Billy D. Williams or something? Like, and the thing is, Little Keith looks like a rock star. Like, if you just look at him, you're like, oh God, this kid may be a star. So he has the look and the aesthetic together, but he doesn't have the rhymes together at all. Cadence. God. He just like he gave up on the rhyme. And then Jetson just stops the beat. Jetson is not a DJ. They should have like made that better. Now I'm that nigga in my city and yours. I'm so quick to ooh, that's a hot line. I'm that nigga in that city and yours. In my city and yours. Yeah. I like it. Only if they really knew this was just the beginning. With that weapon he's spinning. Smith and Wesson was spitting. This hot shit a cooking noodle in less than a minute. Hicking his door and put that salt in his mouth. I have my killers come and paint the walls in his house. Deactivated soul hollows log in him out. Lost his mind, seen that blood from his dog spilling out. I was on the front line standing tall in the drought. I've been going hard like I got a ball for the scouts. Bipolar with my love, cause I fall in and out. These new generation gangsters do it all for the clout. Put the whole hood on my back, I had to carry her. I stacked against me, number crime in my area. First generation millionaire, I had to break the barriers. Trying to open up my third eye, it's only getting scarier. Damn, a new disease drop, causing mass hysteria. It's always some bullshit. The rhymes are hot
to America, nigga.
For Polo G. Like, I've always thought that if Polo had the type of beats that I wanted, I would be a huge fan. Now, I wanted to play that one first because there was, it proves actually other people's points. Some of that was really, really unsatisfying. The little key part just was flat. Jack Harlow didn't come with his best. It wasn't the Poppin' remix where he just went nuts and bananas on the beat. And the little TJ part was great, although it was a stolen idea. Just pause the beat and go a cappella. And he had the a cappella part had no build up. Jetson made it just stop the beat. Just click the button. It was like, beat's done. Beat's done. So if a real DJ would have like give you a scratch or something. I get how all those elements are not what you would want. Not the highest point of the art, but that misses the point completely. Like, we need those cultural moments because, like, when, for example, when Estacion did that, dropped it out the beat and did his acapella that year, that was beautiful, and it really heralded that a new major star was on the rise. Now, say what you want about Estacion. Don't talk too poorly about the dead, but dude was a dirtbag. But if you could not admit that he wasn't one of the most innovative artists of like the last 2 years, you're missing something. One thing that people also try to bring up in these situations where you talk about this is this is just all ephemeral. This isn't like songs. This isn't albums. But hip hop is driven with like relying on the euphoria. You know, W World Star videos, freestyles, flex. These kind of things matter to the culture. They provide energy to the culture. And the XXL freshman years is just another one of those things that kind of provide energy for the culture overall. So, like this has been a key element that's been missing, at least for me, with like the indie rock scene within the last like 5 to 7 years. Like indie rock used to have all this euphoria and stuff that happened outside the music that also made it important. For example, you used to have like the Britpop parties, or emo nights, or like even movies like Dig, or with that focus on the Danny Warhols and Brian Jonestown Massacre, or a movie like the James Murphy final show for his band. That was important. That's important in setting the tone for your culture. As a matter of fact, that movie pretty much said that indie culture was over. That was the moment for me. Looking back, I'm like, oh yeah, the culture's dead. It's not building anymore. It's become the establishment, and even the establishment figures have to bow out because they know. Which is such a weird thought to have, but it's basically the truth. Like, we don't have any legends anymore in indie rock. There's definitely still good music, but I want my artists to be more. Like even more than what they're saying, like as symbols. So, like wanting that is not wrong. And I just don't feel like rock kind of really provides that for me right now. Like, I've been finding myself going back more than going forward with the music, if you feel what I'm saying. So, that being said, I feel like the XXL freestyles are kind of a way for, the young artists. I mean, yeah, most of these people have been established for years. I've been listening to, like, say, out of the next group that's coming up, like Rod Waves, Little TJ, Chica, and Choppa. I've been listening and observing them all for like at least 3+ years. So there's not that fact that they brand new and that XXL is like kind of coordinating them, but it's just almost like a graduation, you can say. It's like graduating from high school into college, more say, as artists. Either way, it's time to bring up all the second SSL freestyle that is available at this moment. I have some thoughts about it, but we're going to get to those thoughts right when we play it. Once again, like and subscribe. You know what to do. Hit the bell. Get notified. Once again, it's another Jet Set made, another one. I'm not overly impressed with NL Choppa, but I can understand why people like him, which is weird. I can see the star qualities. I just want him to clean up his rhymes. I just wish they were more clever. His rhymes were more clever. I guess much I can say. And some of that just may be age. I may just be old as fuck. Who knows? That coat certainly looks like it's out the Matrix. What up? Rap Wave is someone who I'm never going to criticize because I feel like his talent is too overbearing. He's going to make something great one day. Even on this, like, this is an ill-fitted fit, like, this is an ill-fitting profile for him, but he's able to do the most with it. In little details, Eric Mattress got a hole in it. He gets everything, and he can rap it, he can sing, and even when he's rapping, he wants to sing, he wants to emote and express, and that's like wonderful. Yeah. Coming here from NPR. She is so on brand. Bring her a puppy out there. Wearing rave pants for the past. God, but she's so talented. Like the NPR core rappers are they all so talented. That's what the sad thing about them is that they're really talented. She's like Rob Wave for majoritarian culture, basically. She can rap, she can sing. But her package is not threatening, so like your mileage on that may vary. My mileage on that is very low. I don't have to have non-branded rap. Matter of fact, rap is supposed to scare white people. Sorry, unless they're part of the in culture that takes part of rap also. Hey, it's weird that they put like 3 sing rappers together, or maybe that's like on purpose. But little TJ really acquitted himself really, really good here. You know, this could have been. Let's just admit it. This could have been. Little TJ is not the strongest rapper, but unlike say Little Key, he did not embarrass himself. He actually showed everything that's great about him. So I'm proud of the kid for putting the effort in, because a lot of times these XXLMag Cyphers suffer from lack of effort. Alright, so those are the 2 XXLMag Cyphers that are available now. Of course, there's going to be more. Mulatto's going to have to represent for the Trap Girls and, all the rest of them. But I just wanted to emphasize how great these moments are. I honestly look forward to it. This is coming a little later than usual due to COVID stopping everything. When I'm gonna see my friends again. God. Okay. Back on the subject. I want to commend SSL for doing this every year. I always have been like very cautious of hip hop journalism, especially considering what a mess the source became at the end. But this is something for the culture that is definitely needed every single year. Looking forward to it every single year. I can't wait to see the rest of the ciphers, even though I'm scared of what I can see. I don't know if we want to rerun of that 21 Savage and one that was horrible from a couple of years ago, but if not, I'm going to be here to report on it. Anyway, this is RJ for Beyond Fuckboy. I'm out.